Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me. Today we are here with Dharanikota reviewing this awesome Lava Hound deck. I almost said Lava Loon. It's not a Lava Loon deck. No balloon to be seen here. Instead, for air, we have the Flying Machine. We have Inferno Dragon, minions. For ground, we have Guard and Miner. And our two spells are Zap and Poison. Zap and Poison seem to be in just about every single deck right now. Let's go ahead and enjoy the gameplay here. Dharanikota, you're going to see throughout this episode, guys. Really good player. Let's take a quick look at his player profile here. He's a Sandstorm Pro. Shout out to Sandstorm fam, and check it out, 20-win player, just really solid. Again, in the gameplay here, you guys are going to definitely be impressed at the decision making that Dharanikota goes ahead and shows us throughout these replays. And also stay tuned until the very last replay today, guys. It is a banger, trust me. It's a really awesome last minute finish. I won't give away anything else. I thought about maybe making an intro, but I just don't even want to give away the replay. It's just so great. He even gets BM'd. Oh, forget it. All right, let's continue and just talk about the deck a little bit and watch the play-by-play here. We're going against Jero from Magic Esports, and he's going to be using an interesting Zappies bait deck here. This is, by the way, the 12th win of this Grand Challenge, so definitely stakes are pretty high here. So I'm just going to call him Dar from now on because I could be butchering that name, who knows. So Dar goes ahead and drops off the Lava Hound, and then he uses the Flying Machine. I always go to say Air Sweeper, like the biggest moron. I have no idea why. I mean, it has that little snout like an Air Sweeper does in Clash of Clans, but for some reason, I still struggle with that. Every time I look at it, I'm like, Air Sweep, bleh, Flying Machine. Anyway, Lava Hound does reach the tower there, but the opponent does have poison. This is going to be a value poison if I've ever seen one. It's going to eat through the Lava Hound, the rest of the supporting troops, and also the Flying Machine there. But we do get some serious damage on that right tower, taking it down to 1576. Now, you guys might not be big Lava Loon players or Lava Hound players in general, but I do really strongly urge you to try this deck. Now, if you're Air Sweeper, Flying Machine, why do I say that? And I'm not going to redo this intro either. Man, I suck. If your Air Sweeper isn't up to level, if your Flying Machine isn't up to level, guys, you can go ahead and you can sub in Balloon in that spot there and make it a traditional Lava Loon deck. However, this is a really dynamic combination that you get with the Flying Machine as well as the Lava Hound. So we take down the right tower there, making things look pretty easy early on here. With not even double elixir time, we were able to take down that right tower. You'll notice one thing about his pushes when you look at the gameplay, and we'll kind of dive in and do a better play-by-play instead of me just botchering card names. We'll do a better play-by-play in the rest of the replays, I promise you guys. But basically, you can see this actually ends up being a 3-crown here for the 12 win. Really good job there. I do also want to go ahead and give a shout out to Skies Plays. He's my YouTube sponsor of the day. So shout out to Skies. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. It means a lot. Now let's go against, actually, you know what? I don't want to show this one. I want to go ahead and show a replay against Three Musketeers, because Three Musketeers, when you're a Lava Hound player, it's always a challenge to go against Three Musketeers, and this is going to be an absolutely epic replay here. So I want to show you guys this one. It goes well into overtime, so strap in and come along, join for the ride here. So you'll notice one thing about all of these matches. It's something that I noted right away, is that Dar's never going to drop off a Lava Hound as the first play, like, right away. He likes to see if the opponent makes the first move first, and if they don't, you know, he'll let 10 seconds pass or so, then he'll drop off the Lava Hound, but it doesn't look like he's going to start super aggressively, like, boom, Lava Hound, that's it. So here we go. We're actually going to give up the left tower here, which is interesting. Very early in the match, we give up the left tower, and we decide to go all out in the right lane. Inferno Dragon does lock onto that right tower, however, it goes down to the Three Musketeers before he can finish the job. So we supplement the push with some guards there, just trying to distract that single remaining Musketeer, and the Flying Machine actually does end up connecting to that right tower. However, not a lot of HP, obviously, on the Flying Machine. It does die to Fireball, guys. So One thing about the Flying Machine is, interestingly enough, a lot of pros on my top 5 cards video, a lot of pros responded on Twitter and various other social media and said that they think the Flying Machine is actually a top 5 card right now, certainly in its rarity, and I think that says a lot. That says a lot about how people view the Flying Machine, how pros view the Flying Machine, and certainly the win rates of the Flying Machine and Skeleton Barrel are really sky high right now in tournament level standards. Now this deck, of course, works beautifully in both ladder and tournament level standards, but yeah, Flying Machine is definitely a card to consider in beatdown decks especially. It seems to have found a nice home in beatdown. So here comes Flying Machine into the right lane. A good Goblin Gang there by Angelin to go ahead and distract that Flying Machine, keeping that right tower alive, kind of being a thorn in Dara's side at this point. We're going to keep cycling. We're playing things very, very safe here. We cycle, and then finally when we have some surviving troops, we play the Lava Hound directly at the bridge there. And the opponent does drop the 3 Musketeers. We use a smart poison there, deciding instead of getting all 3 of the Musketeers, we're going to get 2 of the Musketeers. We're also going to take down that right tower. Now meanwhile, check it out, a lot of damage off that left tower too, so things are looking pretty good here. However, the opponent does have the elixir advantage and the pump still on the board right now. So we're going to go ahead and cycle a Flying Machine in the back. One thing that you'll notice throughout all of this gameplay here is, and by the way, severe BM incoming here, right? One thing you'll notice throughout all this gameplay here, guys, is that Dar does not drop the Lava Hounds as aggressively as I would, and you guys know I'm not a good Lava Hound player at all. I'm not a good Lava Loon player. I'm not a good Lava Hound player. And I think one of the things that I was doing wrong that I notice a lot in Dar's gameplay here is I drop the Lava Hound almost every time I have it, and I'm full on elixir and there's nothing else to do. Oftentimes, Dar does not do that. Dar defends first, thinks defensively first, and then he thinks about the Lava Hound. So here you can see a good poison on the left, taking 2 of those Musketeers. That was a bad split there by Angelin, but he is going to go all out in the right lane here. It's a Bandit, it's a Battle Ram, it's a Musketeer, all coming at Dar. And what he does is very smart here. He plays the guards a little bit to the left to distract the Bandit, a couple of those Barbarians, and then he has the Flying Machine help supporting from the right. A wow dropped by his opponent here, and another good game dropped by his opponent. Meanwhile, we drop the Lava Hound right in the pocket there. Unfortunately, that was a misplay there on Dara's part, and he knew it. He got mad and frustrated after he did. And then another GG. Angelin actually doing a smart thing here and pumping up. There's plenty of time left in this match still. 2 minutes. And good game. Meanwhile, Dara keeps cycling guards in the back. Again, guys, he has Lava Hound in hand here. He has not played it yet. He's cycling. Make sure he has the poison in rotation at all times for the Musketeers. He's always going to be poisoning the Musketeers on the right. Obviously, that tower down to about 1400 HP. So the Lava Hound does get to the tower. However, not one hit on those pups onto that tower. Flying Machine actually doing some good defensive work. Meanwhile, Bandit does make contact on the King Tower for Dar. So this one is going way into overtime, just like I told you guys. And the opponent, no offense, but a little bit annoying there with the emotes. I probably would have muted by now. Would you guys? Or do you never mute? Are you guys muters? I rarely mute. Once in a great while, but this is a situation where I'd just be like, okay, I gotta focus, can't handle the BMing anymore. It's not like I would rage necessarily, but yeah, just annoying. Anyway, going all out again. It's a Night Witch and a Bandit and a Battle Ram all in the right lane. Good defense here, having to use a Miner defensively. Miner, oh, just narrowly distracts that Bandit, keeps the right tower alive, and we come through and we give a little bit of Angeline's own medicine back to him there. That was a really good match to watch. Not as good as the last match, though. I do want to watch this Golem Hut deck before we hop into the last match, guys, because this matchup is another important one. Why is it important? Because the first thing I want to know when I'm picking up any deck is how to play against a Golem deck, because Golem decks are so popular right now in the meta, and this is a very annoying Golem Hut, Lumberjack, Flying Machine, Night Wish. You see the cards, guys. It's a difficult deck to match up against, so we're going to see how Dar handles this matchup and, you know, kind of take notes, right? So when the opponent plays the Golem, what do you do with the Lava Hound? Do you go same lane? Do you go opposite lane? Or do you not used a Lava Hound at all, where you're gonna see in just a moment here exactly what Dar does, how he handles this matchup. So we have an elixir advantage at this point. We decide to go ahead and poison that Goblin Hut because it can be so annoying. You know, the nerf to Goblin Hut, it was not a nerf. I mean, it was a very, very slight baby nerf to Goblin Hut, but certainly not enough to affect its place in the meta right now, right? So there's the answer for you guys. What are we going to do against the Golem deck? Well, we're going to go Lava Hound same lane, and then we're going to drop the Inferno Dragon directly below. You can see that Dar has his minions selected right now. He's waiting to see if the opponent's going to go ahead and drop anything that's going to kind of disturb that Inferno Dragon. Also, don't want to be affected by the death damage of the Golem. Make sure you're dropping your guards and your minions, just as you saw Dar use there, guys, behind the Golem, not in front, so they don't die to the death damage. So here we go. We weren't able to get a ton of damage. Unfortunately, those minions falling prey to the Spirit Goblins before they can do some serious damage. But we do get a little bit of chip damage on that left tower. And hey, we're in the lead right now, and that's a good thing, given the opponent does have a heavier deck than we do. The annoying Spirit Goblin still getting a little bit of chip damage on our left tower, but we respond with a poison, and, you know, things going pretty well here. The opponent does have a little bit of an elixir advantage right now, so this is going to be a really crucial exchange here as we enter into double elixir time. So again, we're doing the same exact thing we did last time, right? We're going to be doing the Lava Hound and the Inferno Dragon. We're going to space a little bit more to the right the Flying Machine here. Now we're going to drop quick minions and then zap to retarget that Flying Machine. Unfortunately, the zap was just a hair too short there. Meanwhile, we're using poison to affect this Mega Minion, as well as the Night Witch. Unfortunately, Night Witch does stay alive there. Meanwhile, we cycle to another Lava Hound, keeping the Inferno Dragon alive and intact from the very first push. So this is a pretty good push on our end here. We have the guards, the opponent does the poison, we have the Miner going in, a bunch of Lava Pups still alive. Even with the zap there, we're able to keep a couple pups still alive, doing some really good damage onto that left tower, taking it down to 517. Now, with only 5 seconds left in regulation here, it's time to cycle quickly. So we need to stop this Golem from reaching the tower. Obviously, we have no, defensive unit to distract. We have no tornado to pull it away. We don't want that Golem death damage, so we basically poured everything we had there defensively, and then we comboed with the Miner. So no Lava Hound this time, but a poison, Miner, and basically that's it. We'll finish off the match there. So very well played. I wasn't lying when I told you guys that Dar really knows how to make those great decisions. Doesn't go super aggressive. Oftentimes, you'll also notice he holds on to the poison. He doesn't always use poison on every single offensive assault onto his opponent. Even when there's a little bit of value there, he's able to identify that, okay, I'm not going to go all in on this push. So try to kind of keep track of these things, guys, when you're watching. And I always say this, but I'll continue to remind you guys, as long as I'm doing YouTube, that oftentimes the way I like to watch these videos is I like to see what decision I would make in a given circumstance, and then see what decision the pro makes, and then I try to take note when it's different than the pro. This is the replay that I wanted you guys to see. It's a really epic one. And you can see, by the way, we started out by using a Miner behind our tower. That was a pro play there, because we know that Miner can solo a Royal Ghost with the help of our Princess Tower, and that's exactly what happened there. So this is a hard counter deck to ours. Very difficult matchup. He has the Executioner in Tornado. Executioner, Tornado, and Poison against this deck, very difficult. And against his Graveyard, we do have two decent answers. We have guards and minions, however, and we have Poison, but remember, he has Poison as well. So we want to make sure we know when he has Poison and cycle, and we don't drop our minions onto his Graveyard Poison, of course, unless we absolutely have to, and we time it correctly. So anyway, here we go into the, about already halfway through the match here, guys. We're going to go ahead and let that Executioner get one hit on, or two axes, I guess, onto our right tower there, but we have a slight damage advantage, and we're going to go ahead and drop off a Lava Hound in the right lane there. The opponent's going to go ahead and do a Graveyard push in the left lane, so what we're going to do here is give him this tower. So very interesting decision making here by Dar. He opts to not super defend that left side. Instead, he drops the flying machine in the right lane, so that flying machine will go ahead and support the Lava Hound push in the right instead, and it actually works out for him here. Inferno Dragon's going to take down that right tower pretty easily, and at that point, we're not going to continue to support this push. We're going to cycle minions all the way in the back. Again, decision making here. The opponent drops a Royal Ghost in the pocket, so we know we want to conserve some elixir here. We use another defensive miner. That was a crucial defensive miner there. Had that miner not made it in that location in the perfect amount of time, we probably would have lost the entire match there with only approaching 30 seconds left in the match. So here we go again, guys. It's time for a Lava Hound push. Now we're pushing into Executioner Tornado, so we don't want to overdo it offensively. Instead, we're going to just kind of mount the support units, and the opponent doesn't have enough elixir to respond to the minions with the graveyard. So, excuse me, with the poison. So we did a good job defending the graveyard. However, like we said, guys, I mean, Executioner Tornado, it's really, really difficult to stop that. In just a moment here, I think the BM starts. I think it's just an early good game, but there's nothing better than an early good game when you achieve victory at the end. So check this out. It is an Ice Golem and a Graveyard Poison there. We do a pretty good job defending it. We use Zap and we also use Minions, even though the opponent used Poison. We go ahead and we drop off a Lava Hound in the opponent's pocket, but they respond immediately with an Inferno Dragon. Now, that's really too bad for us. This push really, nothing really comes of it, right? So the opponent's able to cycle to a really quick Poison there, and we get like no damage at all onto that left tower. So really nice defense there by Clash Streamer. Now he drops again a graveyard and a poison onto our tower, and at this point any normal human being would be thinking there's no way we can come back at this point. All the opponent really needs is a Royal Ghost, graveyard, or just a little bit of damage, right? A beautiful miner again, defensive miner, distracting that Royal Ghost, and he pulls everything away from that graveyard. One guard kind of standing ground on the bottom and the south end of that Princess Tower. Check this out. Good game. We are down to 86 HP, 59 HP, 32 HP. Minions pre-played for that Ice Golem. The miner goes in. 5 HP left on the tower, baby. Oh, man. Now that was a great comeback. I said Clash Streamer BM'd. He didn't really BM. I think he just gave an early good game, but I don't think that it was maybe malicious, I should say. I think it was just he thought the game was over, so I do apologize for that and to Clash Streamer. However, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Huge thanks to Dharanikota for coming on the channel. Check out his information in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. A huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out Bren's information as well in the description below. Guys, thanks so much for watching again, and as always, take care, guys.